what does this pandemic reveal about values in society?
I think in society, it splits people up into two categories. The way I'm thinking of it, there's those who are struggling and those who are wealthy enough to feel comfortable. So the sets of values with those different groups are very different. So one group is thinking of comfort and another group is thinking of necessity. So in this pandemic, I think there's two values. So people who care about being comfortable right now and people who care about surviving. And I think those values are very different.
100%. You're the first person to bring up how like socioeconomic differences has plays a huge role in this, in terms of people like quarantining at home.
Yeah.
So yeah, great point. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
What has the pandemic revealed to your own values?
For me personally, like I'm fortunate enough to be one of those people that is able to focus more on comfort and be able to explore and do more in quarantine than I would normally be able to do. I think for me, it really solidified the fact that like family is really important for me, even because I've been spending like literally all my time with my family. But also like the idea of family is not just like my immediate family, but also like a core group of friends that like I value and care. It also makes me value like social interactions, just like not taking those for granted. And then also it makes me value just like the overall ability of like freedom almost. Like I mean obviously you can do what you like, you can do whatever you want, you can go out and try to do things. But there's like that social responsibility in the back where like you're kind of thinking like, should I be doing that? Should I be like hanging out with someone? Like now that I'm back on campus, should I be hanging out with my friends or social distancing and like keeping myself on track here? So I think it also helps me prioritize. So or value my priorities, like is it my health or seeing friends? So I
Great.
would say it's like a number of different things.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then last question, 50 years from now, what would you want people to remember about these times?
I think there's a lot of negatives that I mean, obviously there's huge amount of negatives that is coming out of coronavirus. I mean, there's thousands of people dying. It's literally stopped the economy. And with all that being said, like yeah, that's going to go in the history books. But I think part of the things that I would hope people to remember is like there's also a sense of like it was almost like a check on like America or like the like people's personality and values. Like it's like, what do you actually care about? Like it's a sobering moment almost. So I feel like this is going to have like a huge culture shift in not just like everyday interactions, but also like health regulations and like the way people I think perceive like everyday life.
Yeah.
Like, things can happen in like a number like in a week and totally change the world, and you wouldn't even see it coming. So I think it'll yeah, I think the fact that it's a sobering moment is interesting. That's what I want people to remember.